There's a Roblox game that used to be on the most popular tab of experiences, but now you can't even find this game on the most popular page at all. I mean, look at this. We're slowly scrolling through, and the game that I'm talking about in this video isn't even on the top 50. How sad is that? Now, this game that used to be on the top 50 I'm talking about is, of course, Roblox Phantom Forces. Now, why is that? Why is Roblox Phantom Forces no longer a popular game? If you look at the analytics, Roblox Phantom Forces hasn't really grown much and pretty much has only been going downhill over the years. To be fair, the game is nearly 10 years old, so yes, a game is gonna get repetitive and old, but is there a deeper meaning behind why Phantom Forces is declining in numbers? And now I'm not gonna go too in-depth because someone has already made a video known as Rocky about the downfall of Phantom Forces. I highly recommend watching that video if you are curious on the full in-depth reasonings behind why Phantom Forces is dying. Now, Phantom Forces was created back in August 31st, 2015, and pretty much was the successor to their original game made by Lido Zinnemann, known as Call Roblox'S 5, which was obviously a dated game, but was also one of the most successful Roblox FPS games before Phantom Forces came along. Now, Phantom Forces is still arguably the most successful FPS game on Roblox, but the popularity is no longer there. Now, Phantom Forces didn't really take off until around 2016 when they finally made their open beta. Before that, it was paid access and the hype wasn't really there too much. The game was definitely a step up from Call Roblox'S 5, but it still didn't look that impressive. 2016, however, was definitely a huge step up, and the game looked great. And this is when pretty much everybody from Call Roblox'S 5 and even new players were coming along to this game, and the game was just blowing up. And this is when I pretty much started really getting into Roblox Phantom Forces. But really, what was a huge impact on the success in Roblox Phantom Forces was the content creators and the community really promoting the game and inspiring other players to try it out. And these content creators were known as Synthesize OG, Petrified TV, Paradox Pokey, and much more. But those were the big three that were huge inspirations and motivators for people to come along and try out the game themselves. But what really was a huge impact to get people from other games such as Call of Duty to really try out Phantom Forces was from Paradox Pokey and his team, Paradox Sniping. Now, Paradox Pokey was known as a Phantom Forces clipper or sniper slash trickshotter, which basically originated from games like Call of Duty. If you're aware of like the old FaZe Clan trickshotting and sniping and such like that. That's explaining it in a nutshell. And yes, people were doing that in Roblox, even dating back to Call Roblox'S 5, though it wasn't nearly as popular. Phantom Forces is when Roblox clipping really took off, and Pokey was really the pioneer of Roblox clipping becoming mainstream. From his huge montages such as Oblivion, even being promoted by Stylus Studios or Phantom Forces developers such as Shaylin 007, which was the map builder and gun builder of Roblox Phantom Forces. And his montages were really becoming big in numbers, some of them even reaching nearly 1 million views. This was only the start of the success of Phantom Forces. Now, yes, Phantom Forces was already kind of growing on its own by being the best FPS game and even winning awards for Roblox. There was also a comp scene, but the comp scene really wasn't that big, and most of the comp players really came from Roblox clipping. The Roblox clipping community was definitely the biggest separate community in Roblox Phantom Forces that played a huge part in the success in Roblox Phantom Forces, because it brought a lot of other players from different communities into that one game. And it really is thanks to Pokey and his team. And it even brought me to start clipping on the game. Yes, I already played the game and was enjoying it, but this was really my huge inspiration to start sniping and trickshotting on Phantom Forces. And I ended up even joining teams for Phantom Forces clipping. There was actually many other teams that were being created after the success of Phantom Forces clipping, and it would continue to grow as the years go on. But originally, the main team was, of course, Paradox Sniping. I even ended up joining Paradox Sniping under the alias known as Paradox VooruS. You can even find my videos still on the channel, and I even have a separate YouTube channel for Phantom Forces clipping. Now, this isn't about me. This is about the success of Phantom Forces. Now we move on to 2017, and Phantom Forces was considered by many at its peak. for clipping at least, and even the game in general. The game was still simple. It didn't have that many maps, that many guns, but they finally added skins to the game and more variety to the game and just making it a lot better. But it was still a simple game and still ran very smoothly. And this is why many people consider 2017 to be the best year of Phantom Forces. And by the numbers, it was probably the best year, yes. The Phantom Forces clipping community was thriving, and more people were coming along from that community. And as we go on to 2018, Phantom Forces was still continuing to grow. I believe they were losing some numbers around this time, but they had a lot more success. With the success of skins and melee collections and cases, that was, the gambling, people love that. People love gambling, and they added that to Phantom Forces. There was more maps being created, there was more guns being added, and the game was just receiving a lot of updates and definitely improving. And there was even pioneered ways to play from Roblox clippers, such as insta-swapping when it came to sniping. This basically was a super satisfying way to play, but it also benefited snipers by making it a little bit easier and quicker to shoot, because you didn't actually have to bolt. Basically what insta-swapping did was take away the bolting animation whenever you shoot your sniper. But in late 2018, they removed that, and that affected a lot of players who really dedicated their playstyle to that style, and it made a lot of those players quit the game. I was probably at my best in the terms of skill when it came to 2018, so I will say 2018 was my favorite year of Roblox Phantom Forces. But that was the last good year of Roblox Phantom Forces. 2019 came along, and this is when the game started to dwindle. We saw numbers down to 2,000 active players, which was incredibly low, since Phantom Forces used to average around 20,000 active players. That's like 90% of their player base down the drain. Now, what happened? Simply, the game could have gotten repetitive, yes. Even though the game was receiving active updates, yes, they did pretty much ruin snipers in 2019 by making the scopes very bad. They changed up animations, nerfed snipers' damage, and pretty much made them pretty bad compared to any other gun in the game. Now, I believe because they wanted to make the snipers more military realistic, but when it comes to realism, Phantom Forces in Roblox is far from that. I'm sorry, but Lego characters aren't realistic. And this is pretty much when it started to just continuously go downhill. Now, 2020, the game actually started to get a little bit more players because of COVID, but if COVID never happened, I don't even know what would have happened. The game continued to go downhill after that. Pretty much nothing good was coming out. They continued to nerf snipers. Yes, they were adding a bunch of new maps, guns, etc. They're obviously continuing to update the game, which is always good. But they didn't do anything to fix the snipers, and their player base has continued to either stay the same around 2 to 3K or even going lower than that from their original 20K active average players. Now, it still has its niche player base with pretty much no new players coming in, but just a bunch of OG players who are still dedicated to the game, but they lost a lot when they started to remove and destroy the Phantom Forces sniping community. It really just did have that much of an impact with Phantom Forces as a whole. The clipping community really did carry Phantom Forces. And now we're down to 2024, and the game is nearly 10 years old, and it is in probably the worst state it's ever been. And I want to talk about it and play it for myself to show you what I'm talking about, and giving my few reasons on why the game is in the worst state it's possibly been right now. So let's go and try it out for ourselves. As you see, their latest update was at the end of September, so relatively recent. They are still constantly updating this game, but yeah, ignore my KDR. It's not looking pretty here. This is my dog shit trick shotting account, so I don't have the best KDR. We're not going to talk about that anyways. They've obviously changed the game a lot. I guess they improved the visuals. That's not the reason why the game's dying. I don't think really many people care about the visuals. People like more of a simple style, which is why the game was more popular back in the day. There wasn't as many guns in the game. There wasn't as many maps in the game. The maps were pretty simple looking, and nowadays they remastered every map and pretty much shat on every map by adding a lot of shit everywhere. There's clutter in every map. They blocked the spawn traps, so you can't really spawn trap anymore, which honestly I thought spawn trapping was a good thing because I like killing everybody. But yeah, they just keep adding more and more guns. They pretty much never remove any guns. So the game just has so many different guns, which variety is always a good thing, but there's just too many. And a lot of them are very, very unbalanced. There's some very broken guns, and that's bound to happen when you have like 100+ guns in a game. And they nerfed a lot of the guns that were good. A lot of the guns that didn't even need to be nerfed got nerfed, such as snipers. Most of the snipers, at least. I do like some of the stuff they added, such as daily challenges. I think all this stuff right here is good. Most of the stuff they add is relatively good. I don't like most of the maps they add, however. They've been adding shit maps for a while. Like Penthouse Revamp, this map. But anyways, let's get into the game. Let's take a look at the snipers. You saw that draw? Look at this draw. That's like a whole ass 2-second draw time. I'm just trying to draw my weapon. I'm gonna get blasted by an auto. And you may be like, well, how are you gonna get blasted by an auto? Well, I'll show you. Okay, well, or just get blasted by a shotgun. Even worse. But because autos in this game actually kill very, very quickly, they currently are very broken, and this guy's ruining my life. So we're gonna be vote kicking this guy for ruining my life. But this is also a bad map. A lot of the maps in this game are bad nowadays. Let's be real here. Oh, here's somebody. Oh! But yeah, pretty much every auto, like especially if you hit headshots, I guess they're going for more of the realism route, which is never good, especially for a blocky game. This game is far from realistic. You can even have like a lightsaber as a weapon in this game. You think this game is realistic? Why are you going for the realism route? And that's always their excuse when it comes to nerfing snipers and making them more sniper-like, meaning they want it to be more campy-based, even though most players who snipe on, arcade shooters like to be a quick, aggressive sniper. Because the maps are not even that big most of the time to even be a military-like recon. But yeah, so autos one-shot, so meaning like snipers, they're pretty much almost impossible to win against an auto. Like, if you're going against an auto, you pretty much have to pre-aim them or pre-fire them in order to kill them, or hope that they're dog shit and miss every shot. Because look at this draw time, and then you have to scope in and steady your scope. There's a lot you have to do in order to just be able to shoot accurately with a sniper. What? Okay, I got like a no-reg right there. You saw that? Now, will I say I'm a fan of Forces anymore? No, I'm quite literally not. I think, since I'm mainly a sniper, I kind of refuse to use autos. I mean, they're good in this game. If you want to be an auto user, I can see how you could still like the game, because autos are obviously easy to use in this game, I will say. Like, they can be fun, but I like more of a challenge, and I like using snipers. I like trick shotting, and that's just who I am. I can't feed into the auto crave. I can't join them. But one thing is there's new lighting in this game that's very bad, which I'll point out. One thing is that the night sky, you can't even see your sight. I can't even see where I'm aiming, by the way. That's a little bit of a problem. Don't get me started on that. We're gonna be using the intervention though, because it's my favorite sniper, even though it's kind of ass cheeks right now. It got nerfed to oblivion. Now it's just fucking the most mid sniper ever. I'm going off. Hold on a minute. 3-piece. Oh, fuck. I apologize. Yes, I'm absolute dog shit this game. I haven't played it in like years. I can't even hit headshots anymore, man. Fuck you. Gotta get that hard scoping BFG user at the back of the map. I think he's gone. Never mind, there he is. Oh, what? Can we vote kick? Can we fucking vote kick that guy? If you play like that, guys, I'm sorry, but just fuck you. I'm banning you from my channel if you play like that. You know what? We gotta hit a trick shot for Paradox. Boom. Very bad, but we'll take it. We'll hit another one. Oh, that's the best trick shot ever. Dude, I can't even aim in time. Like, the only chance you can miss an auto user is if they're the worst player in the game. Like, they have to miss every shot ever, and then you can potentially kill them. But other than that, there's literally no way. Hey, at least we got a 722 piece. But as you clearly see, Phantom Forces in 2024, yes, I'm not good at the game anymore, but sniping is very slow. Witness this for yourself. I'm not just terrible at the game. I mean, I am, but also the game is just not good anymore. Well, especially when it comes to sniping. I don't think autos are bad in this game. They're still relatively easy to use. They've kind of always been. you pretty much have to join everybody and use the most broken weapons in order to even compete, which is what most people do. And that's why most people use the same weapons every game. It's because, yeah, there's a handful of broken weapons, and people will only cycle through those broken weapons and not use any other weapon in the game. I guess it's smart because they're just going through the meta, but it really takes away the variety. When there's 100+ guns in the game, yet only people are only using 5 different guns because there's only 5 different like broken guns that'll like beat every other gun, and people realize that, so they just decide to use it. You know, it takes away the variety of the game, and I don't like that. Also, I will point out one problem with this game is the hitboxes. They're very like RNG, especially when it comes to, well, I think only really when it comes to sniping. Like, look at that. You can't tell me that didn't hit. Slow that down. You could see I fucking was right on that guy. So the hitboxes are wonky. It's like Dark Souls 2 hitboxes. Even the fucking G18, which is a pistol, does far more damage than the Mosin does in a split second. I'm just saying, Stylus, that shouldn't be happening. That's a fucking 9mm pistol. I'm using a bolt-action sniper rifle. What? Look at this guy hopping around. You can't tell me this guy isn't a fucking crippling virgin. It's not Easter, dude. Stop trying to roleplay as an Easter bunny. Oh my god. Well, I guess he could be a furry. I don't know. Maybe that's his fursona. I'm going off. Damn it. What? Oh my god. Okay, I'm just saying, guys, listen. If you play this game and use the BFG, do everybody a favor and uninstall Roblox forever. Any of these one-shot snipers, if you're playing like this guy is, I think someone probably should steal your lunch money. Yes, I'm condoning bullying. Yes. Oh no. What? I mean, I'm on his fucking head! I might be the best player ever. Oh, watch this. Oh, that could have been a collat. But for example, the lighting in this map is very visually pleasing looking, I guess. It matches the desert vibe. It's like fairly foggy, and it can be kind of hard to see people, especially if you have trash eyes like me. What? What the hell? Ban that guy! What? What? Bro, what is happening? Now that was Phantom Forces in a nutshell right there. Got a no-reg, and then I got sniped across the map by the most unskillful player ever. Double trick shot? Fuck you, you're trash. Kill yourself. And I'll pick up your BFG, and I'll 180 this guy. Fuck you. Great. I love how that's a hit marker. Like, is there just any point in sniping in this game when you literally have to get a headshot, but with autos you can't? You could just shoot someone's toe and you get two-shotted? I mean, for example, like, that's why sniping is pointless. And on top of that, when you're getting shot at, there's screen shake. So even if you do miss with an auto, you're probably gonna make the sniper miss because of how much screen shake there is. So basically, they made sniping gambling, meaning like you're not gonna hit any shots because they don't go where you want it to go. For some reason, the bullets curve every time you shoot. Alright, we're gonna reload, and then we're gonna peek. Boom. Okay, no reg. Oh. I mean, look how quick I'm getting killed by autos. I'm just saying, Stylus, why are you not doing anything about this? Your game is broken. Like, I can't do anything. They're cross-mapping me. I have a... Like, what? If you want to use a sniper, then just use a fucking auto. yeah, you like that? I don't know, man, I think this game's really good. I like the fact that it sucks. I'm just gonna start teabagging everybody. Oh shit, they know I'm here. Or do they? Watch this. Peek. Oh, dude, I'm too good. Guys, I'm too good at this game. Wow. Wow. I was a little scared there. Wow. Wow, this gun kills so quick. Fuck you, and then fuck this guy up here. Oh shit, he's got high ground on me. What? Why is there always a guy behind me? I mean, there's probably a guy like hard scoping me right now somewhere. That's what you always gotta watch out for. There could be a guy watching you, like a stalker out there. At all costs. Fuck that guy. Dude, okay, Maggie. In fact, I'm so pissed at Maggie. I'm gonna come up behind her and fucking stab her in the skull. Fuck you, Maggie. What? I'm behind you! Like, I feel like there's just no balancing when it comes to this game at all. There's like, alright, well, let's just make one of the guns do 1,000,000 damage and then the other one do like 3. It's a good idea. Wait a minute, Lito, that's a good idea. Holy shit, you're a fucking genius. Let's go watch furry porn together. I'm like, how did I get so good, though? I do not understand. Wait, was that a guy down there? Hi, what do you think you're doing? Oh, I hit that? There's gonna be a guy right here. Ready? Boom. Oh my god, I'm the best player ever! I can't see. What am I looking at? Like a turd on my screen? Watch this. Oh, that's the fucking best 3-piece you'll ever see. What? What just happened? Did I just get Al-Qaeda? Like, what happened? Now, the trick to Phantom Forces in 2024 is don't play the game. Watch this. Triple collide! Oh. Well, 3-piece. What? Are they advertising a Homelander dildo? God damn it, I gotta buy that. Damn, it's only a collat. Well, 3-piece. Oh, that's a fucking clip. Wait, hold on. I think I'm the best player. Hold on a minute. What? Guys, I'm just saying. There's a reason on why, you know, I'm not just spewing shit out of my ass. I have video proof that shows how broken these guns are. And I'm not just complaining. This is, like, bad. Oh! Oh. Oh, we lost? How do we lose? I quit! But yeah, clearly the game is not good at all. I don't enjoy it at all. The snipers feel super sluggish. slow and buggy. They feel janky, and the game just doesn't feel smooth at all. There's a lot of bugs, a lot of problems. You can barely jump in the game. Sliding has problems. Vaulting over objects is very buggy. The game in general is just in a very bad state, especially for snipers. I mean, I don't think autos right now are that bad. Most of them are very easy to use and very broken, but when it comes to the gun balancing, it is terrible. There's a lot of very broken guns in the game, and snipers just don't really compete that much when it comes to auto users. Unless you are like an absolute god of the game or cheating, but even then you would probably still struggle. The game is just not in a good state at all, and that's why it is currently dying. Not only that, but it's also an old game. A game is going to get repetitive. I mean, it's nearly 10 years old. So it's going to lose some players. There's still new players that are getting into the game, but for the most part, it's mainly just old players playing the game. So you're going to just go against a lot of tryhards. But yeah, the game in general is just in a very bad state from my personal experience, and I think a lot of people will agree with that. Now, what can they do to fix the game? Honestly, not much. I mean, the game has been around for nearly 10 years. I think it's about time to work on a new project, which they actually were, which was the new Call of Roblox'S. But I don't know how that project is going because they have been really slow with updating it. But as far as Phantom Forces goes, what can they do to fix the game? If they try to bring anything out, and really adding new guns and maps isn't going to fix the game. There's plenty of guns and maps. Eventually they can add more maps. I think they may need to remove some guns, or at least just nerf a whole lot of them. Balancing the guns is definitely needed, because right now, yeah, it's just like there's metas for guns, like the HK, the AK-105, the AK-103, the AUG-1, the AUG-2, and AUG-3 are always broken. Even the H-bar, the Honey Badger's always been broken. All the HKs are extremely broken in the game right now, and there's just a lot of guns that are insanely busted at the moment, and there's barely any gun balancing, which is a very bad thing, because a lot of people just use the broken guns and that's it. You pretty much have to in order to compete, and that's not a good thing. There's a variety in guns, but there's no reason to use that variety if all the actual good guns are, the ones listed. There's only a handful of them, and everybody's using them. And if you use the guns that are not broken, you're going to have a very tough time and may not even be able to compete. So that's one of the main problems, is just the gun balancing. They need to buff the right guns and nerf the right guns. It seems like they like to nerf the wrong guns, like guns that were already bad to begin with. They just nerf them down into the ditch, down into the fucking grave, such as like the snipers, like the intervention, for example. And also fixing the hitboxes and the hit reg in the game. The hit reg and the hitboxes right now are very buggy. I think they're outdated, so they need to fix that. And that'll definitely be a huge fix. But even then, I still don't think the game is... There's really not much you can do to fix it. Just working on a new project, starting fresh, is the best idea, I think, for Stylus Studios. And I think Phantom Forces just belongs in the grave. It's nearly 10 years old, and that's very old for a Roblox game to still be getting updates. They gotta work on something new. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about Phantom Forces in this day and age. I know other people made videos about this, but I wanted to give my personal experience and my personal opinions on this shitty-ass game. That's pretty much it. Peace.